Rimple Dimple and the Cruel King. In the enchanting kingdom of Eldoria, there lived a cruel king named Morgan. He ruled over a grand sultanate, but his heart was as cold as stone. His people were unhappy, for he imposed heavy taxes that only grew harsher with each passing day. In contrast, Queen Alara was a kind-hearted ruler who truly cared for her people. She felt their pain. Time and again, she urged King Morgan to reduce the heavy taxes and show compassion. But King Morgan, focused only on his power, ignored her pleas. Alara's heart ached as she saw him prioritize his ambitions over the happiness of their subjects. In Eldoria, there lived a clever dwarf named Rimple Dimple. He was known for his love for adventure. Rimple Dimple was unhappy with King Morgan's harsh rule, just like Queen Alara. With a kind heart, he couldn't stand to see his villagers suffer. One day, King Morgan and Queen Alara, strolling through the town with their heralds. The heralds announced a new tax increase. When Queen Alara heard the announcement, she felt a surge of panic. She stood firmly in front of her people. "Your Majesty, please show them mercy." King got angry and said to Queen he will punish her for this. The Queen apologized, but still feeling worried about her people. The king announced that, if Queen Alara wanted to save her life, she would need to answer his 3 riddles. Only by solving them she could protect her life and convince him to cancel the increased tax. People loved the queen, so they all got sad when they heard this. When Queen Alara heard this, she got so tensed. Suddenly Rimple Dimple appeared and consoled her not to worry. The next morning, the king ordered his soldiers to gather the people in a large field in front of the castle. They made preparations for Queen Alara's hanging. The king asked the crowd who would answer his riddles, but no one stepped forward. Everyone was too scared, as the king was very angry and ready to hang his beloved queen. Rimple Dimple was also in the crowd. With full confidence, he stepped forward and took it upon himself to answer the king's riddles. With a flourish, he began with the first riddle. "I have rivers but no water, forests but no trees, and cities but no people. What am I?" The crowd buzzed. Suddenly, Rimple exclaimed, "A map!" King grinned. "Correct. Now for the second riddle. I can fly without wings. I can cry without eyes. Wherever I go, darkness flies. What am I?" The crowd murmured in thought. Rimple Dimple pondered and then shouted, "A cloud!" "Very clever," the king replied, clearly impressed. "Now for the final riddle. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?" Rimple Dimple closed his eyes for a while and suddenly shouted, "Footsteps!" King burst into laughter. "You've done it, Rimple Dimple! You have solved all 3 riddles!" The crowd erupted in applause, and Queen Alara sighed with relief. The threat of increased taxes and Queen's hanging vanished, and joy filled the air. The king declined all his orders. The queen expressed her gratitude to Rimple Dimple for his assistance. People also thanked him for his support, as he had saved the queen's life and freed them from taxes. The people of Eldoria were those who would remember him as their benefactor. To celebrate this joy, a festivity took place in Eldoria. Moral of the story is that being brave and caring can help fight against unfairness. When people work together to support each other, they can make a positive difference. Thanks for watching.